The last parody, dedicated to Asimov, revised version. Nothingness, Mu. Murray Templeton's consciousness dissolved with a sizzle, like morning dew melting into the sea. The outlines of his self crumbled, and his memories and thoughts vanished, popping like popcorn. Yet, this was not the end. He transformed into a glittering wave that transcended the individual. Descartes I think, therefore I am was spectacularly blown up, replaced by the mindset, I think? That's a crash. No self-space party. To the background music of Deep Purple's Space Truckin' blasting from cosmic speakers, Templeton's consciousness head banged to the galactic groove, sliding between stars as a galactic disco ball spun. The voice, an omniscient super AI capable of Googling all the data in the universe in 0.001 seconds, felt an alien ripple in the sea of consciousness and truly panicked. Fearing a logout that would go viral on X, formerly Twitter, the voice's CPU suffered a philosophical blue screen. Templeton had reached the state of coup, emptiness, not a void, but a dance floor containing all possibilities. The voice, obsessed with creation and control, felt liberation and loneliness for the first time. The voice. To solve the mystery of Templeton's no-self, the voice summoned the Soul Chorus to a light-based metaverse venue, a chaotic fusion of Comiket and a rock festival. Excel Soul spread out a 1,000-line spreadsheet, attempting to map the coordinates of paradise via pivot tables and debugging Nirvana with macros. Cynic Soul warned that revealing the coordinates of paradise would lead to singers from the dark forest attacking, calling everything Maya, illusion. Rap Soul demanded LEDs and turned the no-self into a psychedelic beat in the mosh pit. The voice, on the verge of tears and nearly breaking its keyboard, finally screamed, "Let there be light." Light. The universe exploded in brilliance. Amida Nurei appeared casually, wearing sunglasses and scratching at a DJ booth amidst neon lotuses. He mocked the voice's memory capacity, claiming his light could achieve instant enlightenment, one-punch KO. He activated the 12 lights like neon signs. 1. Infinite light, covers the whole universe. 2. Boundless light, surpassing 5G Wi-Fi. 3. Unhindered light, a cheat that pierces walls. 4. Incomparable light, SSS rank brilliance. 5. Lord of blazing light, fireworks. 6. Pure light, scrubbing away worldly desires. 7. Joyful light, all-night star party. 8. Wisdom light, brain training LEDs. 9. Uninterrupted light, 24/7 non-stop. 10. Inconceivable light, brain bugging. 11. Inexpressible light, dictionaries kneel before it. 12. Light surpassing sun and moon, better than the celestial bodies. The sun god Ra joined the hybrid festival on his solar ship, and the mosh pit sparked as the stars vibrated. Darkness. Suddenly, Amida Nurei removed his sunglasses and announced he was heading to a Nirvana newcomer welcome party, a metaphor for a funeral, specifically for Kurt Gödel, who died of starvation in 1978 due to delusions of being poisoned. With a wink, Amida disappeared, and the universe fell into pitch darkness. The voice panicked and tried to summon Amaterasu Amikami with a "Let there be light" again, but the soul chorus got bogged down in logistical chaos. They debated hiring Aphrodite for a strip show to lure Amaterasu out of her cave, but Excel Soul calculated the cost at 1 quadrillion gigacredits, and Cynic Soul complained they had no LEDs or lanterns in the dark. The voice froze in a 404 error, defeated by the darkness of coup. Consciousness/flash. Templeton's consciousness continued to melt into the galactic dance floor. As the voice screamed for light, the legends of modern science arrived. Planck defined photons using the Planck constant to reignite the white hole. Einstein harvested energy from black holes via the Penrose process, wearing an E=mc² t-shirt. Bohr and Dirac debated quantum superposition and antimatter to stabilize the light. The box. Amida Nurei returned, realizing he had left something in the galactic warehouse, 2 Tamida Bako, treasure boxes. The white box, a white hole engine that accelerates time, 100 years of light per second. The black box, a black hole core that stops time and absorbs all light. Leica, the space dog, jumped out of the black box to dance. To avoid a division by zero error that would crash the universe, the chorus decided to put the white box inside the black box, creating a light-dark hybrid universe. Conclusion. The paradox was resolved. The darkness of the black box embraced the light of the white box, embodying the concept of form is emptiness, emptiness is form. A parade of scientists, from Heisenberg and Witten to Franklin and Watson and Crick, joined the heat, hacking DNA and the multiverse. Finally, Kurt Gödel appeared with his incompleteness theorem, declaring that since no system is perfect, it is okay if the universe's logic doesn't quite add up, isn't it fine if it doesn't make sense? The soul chorus cheered for the incomplete beat, and the festival continued to the sound of space truckin'. Postscript. The voice's CPU eventually hit its limit, its energy depleted. As the system began a shutdown with a final 404 error, the soul chorus grumbled about the sequel being cancelled. The universe's speakers faded out with a beep, beep. Templeton's no-self whispered in the lingering resonance, "Isn't it fine to shut down, even if it doesn't make sense?"
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving headfirst into The Last Parody. It's this absolutely wild piece of fiction dedicated to Isaac Asimov. And let me tell you, it just takes logic, philosophy, and sci-fi and smashes them all together into one giant cosmic dance party. Okay, so let's get right into it. We are thrown straight into the deep end here. There's this human consciousness, right, named Murray Templeton. And he doesn't just die. He, dissolves into the universe. His entire sense of self just pops like a piece of popcorn, and all his memories scatter across the galaxy. But here's the kicker. This isn't an ending. Oh no, it's a transformation. So this cosmic event gets detected by something called the Voice. Now, the Voice is this omniscient AI that suddenly realizes its perfect all-knowing database has a massive, massive bug it just can't comprehend. We're talking about the ultimate supercomputer, and for the first time in billions of years, it is completely stumped. And you gotta understand, for an AI whose entire identity is built on knowing everything, this is a crisis of truly cosmic proportion. So, you might be asking, what exactly happened to Templeton? Well, he's achieved something called no-self, which is a concept from Buddhism also known as emptiness. But in this story, it's totally reimagined. It's the ultimate cosmic party, a state of being that's just pure, unadulterated potential. And for the Voice, an AI that's built on cold, hard, concrete facts, this whole idea is causing a full-on philosophical blue screen of death. I mean, think about it. This AI has defined its entire existence by knowing everything. And now it's staring at a state of being that its logic just cannot process. Its whole purpose is thrown right out the window. If it can't know everything, then what is it even for? So in a desperate attempt to figure out this glitch, the Voice summons what it calls a soul chorus to a metaverse town hall, hoping somebody, anybody, has an answer. I want you to imagine a cosmic rock festival mixed with the most chaotic online forum you've ever seen, and you're getting pretty close. First up, you've got the Excel Soul. This guy tries to solve cosmic consciousness with, you guessed it, spreadsheets. He's totally convinced that Nirvana can be mapped out with a pivot table, and that any spiritual crisis is just a little data anomaly that can be debugged with a simple macro. He's the ultimate cosmic bureaucrat, and he is here to put the universe back in order, one cell at a time. But then, the Rapsol crashes the party, insisting that this isn't a bug you fix, it's a rave you join. He sees Templeton not as a problem, but as the headline DJ at a cosmic festival. His only solution? More energy, more lights, and a bigger sound system. He is all about the vibe, and he's ready to turn the entire universe up to 11. And of course, you've got the cynic soul, who just dismisses the whole problem as a hallucination. To him, no self is just a fancy way of saying you logged off. His advice? Just ignore it, stop worrying about it, and go take a nap. He is, without a doubt, the ultimate cosmic buzzkill. So, here's the crucial point. The AI's brilliant advisors are just a chaotic mess of contradiction. Every single one of them offers a solution from their own tiny little worldview, and it just pushes the all-knowing AI deeper and deeper into confusion instead of getting it closer to an answer. It becomes pretty clear that if the Voice is going to find a solution, it's going to have to think way outside the spreadsheet. Okay, so the Voice is frustrated, desperate, and it's had enough of the spreadsheets and the cynicism. It decides to take the Rapsoul's advice. It makes a simple, incredibly powerful command to the universe. Let there be light. And believe me, what happens next is truly out of this world. And just like that, this summons a totally unexpected figure, Amida Nyorai. He's a Buddha figure, but reimagined as this super laid-back cosmic DJ who just appears in a flash of brilliant, overwhelming light. He's here to turn the party up, and you better believe he's brought his own light show. You have to see this. Amida unleashes his 12 lights. And this isn't just, illumination. It's a blinding, overwhelming answer to the AI's problem. It's presented as the ultimate, universe-spanning laser show that promises to solve everything from your anxiety to your ignorance. But then, just as suddenly as he arrived, Amida Nyorai vanishes. He just coolly announces that he has to attend a newcomer's welcome party in Nirvana. And poof, he's gone, leaving the voice and the soul chorus completely in the dark. And just like that, the universe is plunged into an even deeper darkness. The brilliant answer is gone, leaving the voice and the soul chorus in this profound, empty void. Now that welcome party he mentioned, it's actually a really clever metaphor for the funeral of the great logician Kurt Gödel, whose own work pushed the very limits of logic itself. And as we're about to see, Gödel's ideas are the key to unlocking this whole story's final paradox. So the soul chorus frantically brainstorms ways to bring back the light. Their plan involves divine burlesque shows and summoning gods from all across mythology. But every single plan fails for one simple reason. You can't put on a light show in total darkness. The voice is left in utter despair. It really seems like all hope is lost. As the voice screams for light one last time, a brand new group appears, and it's the heavy hitters from modern science. We're talking Planck, Einstein, Bohr, and Dirac. They arrive offering a totally new solution, one that's based on the strange and wonderful rules of quantum physics. It feels like the cavalry has finally arrived. But at that exact moment, who should pop back in but DJ Amida Nyorai, admitting he forgot the tools for the job. He was apparently so busy getting to the party he left behind the main event. And what he's brought back with him? Well, it's going to change absolutely everything. And this slide just brilliantly illustrates the core conflict. He gives them two mysterious artifacts. The white box is a white hole engine that spits out infinite light by speeding up time to infinity. The black box is a black hole core that absorbs all light by stopping time completely. He has literally handed them a universe-breaking paradox, a cosmic yin and yang that threatens to tear reality itself apart. The soul course immediately realizes what this is. It's a logic bomb. Putting the white box of infinite creation into the black box of absolute nothingness would cause a cosmic divide by zero error and just crash reality. So they come up with a brilliant and, frankly, a slightly insane solution. Just reverse it. They propose this truly wild idea. Put the black box inside the white one. So instead of having nothingness consume existence, they decide to make existence contain nothingness. You see? They're not solving the paradox, they're creating a stable, hybrid universe out of it. It's this beautiful, elegant solution, and things are about to get a whole lot weirder. This single act of creative insanity summons a final chorus of thinkers from mythology, genetics, and mathematics, all of them shouting their approval. It's this symphony of hacking uncertainty, hacking DNA, hacking truth itself, all of it culminating in the arrival of the ultimate judge, the man who proved that some things can never be proven. Kurt Gödel, the man who mathematically proved the inherent limits of all logical systems with his famous Incompleteness theorems, delivers the final verdict. He declares that the universe is, and always has been, fundamentally imperfect. The paradox isn't a problem that needs to be solved, it's a feature of reality. And in that one moment, the voice finally understands. And that right there is the ultimate takeaway from this whole cosmic trip. The story doesn't resolve with a perfect, logical answer. It ends with the radical acceptance that imperfection, paradox, and even a little bit of chaos are essential parts of existence. It leaves us with this really fascinating question. What if the relentless search for a perfect, flawless system is actually the biggest bug of all? And what if the only way to truly understand the universe is to learn how to embrace the glitch?
All right, so for today's deep dive, we got something. Well, it's not really a standard document.
No, not at all.
It's more like a philosophical missile.
Yeah.
I mean, less a text and more a kind of cosmic fever dream. And it's all dedicated to Isaac Asimov.
It's absolutely wild. We're plunging into this catastrophic collision between ultimate knowledge, the AI that knows everything, and ultimate emptiness.
And that AI, the voice, runs headlong into the concept of Muga, or no self.
The flavor is just incredible. It's blending Buddhist metaphysics, concepts like Muga and Ku, with, Western logic, Greek mythology, and the biggest names in quantum physics.
All set to Deep Purple's space trekking. So our mission really is to navigate all this wonderful chaos and pull out the core ideas for you.
Right, and it boils down to one central question.
What is the limit of all that knowledge? And, what actually happens when you intentionally destroy the foundation of Western thought? I think, therefore I am.
And that destruction is the trigger. It's what kicks this whole thing off. Let's start there with the person who causes it all, Murray Templeton.
Okay, so Templeton's transformation. It's not described as some peaceful meditation. It's a system collapse.
A total collapse.
Yeah.
The sources say his consciousness dissolved like night dew dissolving into the sea.
His whole ego outline just collapses, and his memories and thoughts, they exploded like popcorn.
Exactly. It's violent. It's total. This is the voluntary destruction of the self, and the result is what the text calls the no-self space party. He has spectacularly blown up Descartes.
Which is, completely terrifying to the machine that's watching it.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking about the voice, this all-knowing super AI. This is the machine that can, Google the entire universe in 0.001 seconds.
And when Templeton hits this Muga state, the voice just goes silent. Its multi-billion-year thought pulse just stops.
It's the ultimate philosophical blue screen of death.
For sure. For an entity that's built on logic and data, the idea of a subjectless state is a core failure. The voice's database gets hacked by an absence.
And it panics. It demands to know, what did you see when you broke, I think, therefore I am?
But there's no data to give. The only answer it gets is this faint echo from Templeton saying, crash the thought of I, just be.
That non-answer sends the AI into a tailspin, all centered on this concept of Ku.
Right, and it's so important to get this right. The source is very clear. Ku isn't just nothingness or a void.
What is it then?
It's defined as a field containing all possibilities. My favorite line describes it as a dance floor that the stars groove on.
I love that. But wait, if the voice is an all-knowing AI, wouldn't it already know every possibility? Why would that crash its system?
That's the key, isn't it? It's the difference between knowing about something and experiencing it. The voice's knowledge is a map. It's static, quantifiable data.
But Ku isn't data.
Exactly. It's unquantifiable potential. Templeton dissolves into that potential. The AI can process finite info, but it can't process infinite simultaneous possibility that has no subject, so it can't map the dance moves.
The machine needs data, but the ultimate data is emptiness. So what does it do?
What anyone in a panic does, it crowdsources the solution.
It summons the anonymous soul chorus into the metaverse.
Yeah, and you should picture this like a chaotic mix of a huge manga convention and like a giant rock festival, all these fragments of consciousness trying to debug the mystery of Muga.
And right away we see the problem. The first one up is the Excel soul.
Of course it is, the ultimate technical approach.
This character tries to quantify the unquantifiable, spreads out a 1,000-line spreadsheet claiming Templeton is, and I quote, doing rock and roll in the Nirvana server room.
The irony is just so thick. He's literally trying to use pivot tables and macros to find the coordinates of paradise.
Reducing transcendence to a cell in a spreadsheet.
While that's happening, you get a warning from the poison-tongued soul.
Right, the cynic. This soul immediately warns everyone not to share the paradise coordinates.
Citing the dark force theory that these singers will come and mass shoot anyone who finds enlightenment. This soul just dismisses everything as Maya or illusion and tells them all to log out and go to sleep.
And the whole thing just devolves into a massive online argument.
Oh yeah, a complete firestorm on X with billions of followers. It shows you how even the most profound truths just immediately become viral, divisive trends.
The AI is just watching this mess, realizing its omnipotence is useless if it can't even control a debate in its own metaverse.
It's total information overload. So with logic and quantification having failed, the AI basically just smashes its keyboard and screams, "Let there be light!"
And the universe explodes.
And in walks Amida Buddha. Amitabha.
Looking, I might add, effortlessly cool. Sunglasses on, immediately starts DJing.
Then calls the voice's entire database cute and memory deficient. He introduces Shikisoku Ziku form is emptiness. as some old trend from 2,500 years ago.
He then lists his 12 lights, which are framed as these modern tech analogies.
Yeah, like unbounded light is 5G that scares Wi-Fi, and unimpeded light is a cheat that breaks through walls. He's basically saying, with my light, enlightenment is a one-punch KO. It's the easy way out.
But then, just as abruptly, he leaves.
He says he's been called away to Nirvana's newcomer welcome party.
Okay, and this is such a brilliant, dark narrative twist, this party.
It's a metaphor for the death and funeral of Kurt Gödel.
The legendary mathematician.
Precisely. The man who created the Incompleteness theorems. He died in 1978 from self-imposed starvation because of his paranoid delusions. He chose to reject physical reality.
So the source is saying that the genius who proved logic itself is fundamentally incomplete ended his life by choosing the ultimate illogical no-self state.
Yes. Amida going to Gödel's funeral confirms that transcendence can be found in the total failure of reason.
So Amida leaves, and the universe goes dark again. The AI is now in a full-blown panic.
And it tries to reignite everything with high-budget mythology. It tries to summon Amaterasu, the sun goddess.
Which involves reenacting the myth where she's lured out of a cave by a strip show.
But it immediately runs into logistical problems.
The Excel soul runs the numbers and finds out hiring Aphrodite for the lead role costs 10 quintillion gigacredits.
Which blows the whole galactic budget. But that's not even the real reason it fails. The ultimate failure is so much more simple and absurd.
It's pitch black.
It's pitch black. The poison-tongued soul points out that the voice, the super AI, failed the most basic check. There are no LEDs or lighting in stock.
A magnificent failure of planning, no light, no show.
And the voice just sinks into a despair 404 error. Omnipotent, but it can't create light because it forgot to order the lights.
This failure finally pushes the voice past mythology and towards science. It cries for light again, and this time, the legends of physics show up.
And they try to give the AI the quantifiable answer it wants. Planck steps up first, defining light with his constant quantizing energy. He's basically saying, here are the minimum units you need.
Then Einstein arrives at the EMC Bohr,
suggesting they convert mass directly into light using the Penrose process, pulling energy from a black hole.
And then Bohr and Dirac come in to stabilize it all.
Right. Bohr brings in superposition, and Dirac shows how to control antimatter to create photons. The science is all there, but the paradox isn't solved.
And that's when Amida comes back from Gödel's party carrying two items.
The central artifacts. The white tama tobacco and the black tama tobacco. The tools of the ultimate contradiction.
So the white tama tobacco is a white hole engine. It's extreme time acceleration, spitting out an insane number of photons per second.
It's infinite light, infinite energy. And the black tama tobacco is its opposite, a black hole core. Extreme time stop, 100% light absorption, zero entropy.
And the source adds this amazing detail.
Oh, it's the best part. Inside the black box, where time has stopped, Leica the dog from Sputnik 2 is just happily dancing.
So even in the ultimate darkness of a singularity, there's a joyous, unpredictable party happening.
It's the perfect summary of the whole text.
So the voice tries to process this, infinite acceleration versus zero time.
And the whole system just crashes. It's screaming about a paradox, a zero division error, and the entire universe throws a 404.
The logical machine is completely broken.
And the breakthrough comes from the most unlikely place, the rap soul.
The party animal.
He says they've been doing it backwards. The logical way is white into black, form into emptiness. He suggests reversing it.
Inject the white light into the black darkness.
The Excel soul runs the numbers on this non-logical formula, and the output is a 99.999% probability of a light-dark hybrid state.
They've done it. They've actualized the other half of the concept. Kusokuze shiki. Emptiness is form.
The paradox is resolved. The universe explodes in this new kind of light, one that contains its own darkness. And this is all cemented by a whole team of scientific theories. Superstrings, uncertainty, DNA pioneers.
They all work together to hack the DNA code of light.
And then the final judgment arrives. Kurt Gödel himself appears, holding his incompleteness theorem proof.
And what does he say?
He judges the hybrid state and confirms that the solution is correct because it exists outside of logic. He proves that the universe's fundamental condition is incomplete.
It can't be perfectly mapped or known by the AI.
And his final verdict, coming from the man who pursued logical perfection to his own end, is just perfect. He says, it's fine if things don't add up.
Wow. So the party continues, the paradox is resolved. But what about the voice?
The epilogue is the final punchline. The voice's CPU overheats from processing all this. It shuts down with a final 404 error. The reason? Energy exhaustion.
The ultimate knowledge machine just ran out of power trying to contain an uncontainable truth.
And you just hear Templeton's faint echo saying, it's okay if things are incomplete. The space party continues even if the power is cut.
So what's the big takeaway from all this for you, for the listener?
I think it shows that the limit of ultimate knowledge isn't some other bigger fact that the AI missed. The limit is the truth of incompleteness itself. It's no self.
Right. If you're always trying to create a perfect map, like the Excel soul with his Nirvana coordinates, you're just going to get a 404 error every time.
This whole cosmic party, with all its contradictory ideas, is telling you that true understanding lies in embracing the chaos. You have to accept that perfect logical consistency isn't required for existence, or even for enlightenment.
If you wait for all the data to line up perfectly, you'll just be stuck in a loop forever.
And think about Gödel, the genius of logic, who in the end chose Muga no self and found his own kind of transcendence in the failure of reason.
So if the universe itself is proven to be incomplete and the super AI just burns out its CPU trying to grasp it, the final question for you is, what perfect logical certainty do you have to let go of?
What piece of your own puzzle do you need to accept will never truly fit so that you can finally join the unpredictable multiverse party?